wouldn't wear short sleeves like I have on because she don't like her arms. And then I weighed the fat under my arm. I said, mine has gotten bigger. And she said, yeah.
What I'm supposed to say? Nah, girl, no, I didn't. Like you want our
how about not say nothing?
Our partners. We always say we don't want our partners, our husbands, whoever, to be really
what
truthful.
About
does this dress make me look big, honey? Yeah, it does.
No, but I didn't ask you. I didn't say, is my arm look big still? I just said, my arm has gotten bigger. And you said, yeah. You didn't have to say nothing. If the wife asked the husband, if she asked him, does this dress make me look bigger than
so he's supposed to squirm like this, like if she was to say, boy, I've gotten bigger.
He's not supposed to say nothing. He's not supposed to say yeah.
He's supposed to laugh.
No, he's not supposed to say nothing. Okay. If he's not gonna say, oh honey, no, you being hard on yourself, then don't say nothing.
Okay. I want you to lose and say, yeah, you're right.
No. You don't say yeah.
Yeah, Ma.
Come on, yeah.
Oh, I've gotten bigger. Yeah,
you don't say yeah. You just don't say nothing.
Yeah, you've got bigger, babe.
Stupid girl. Anyway, welcome to another Woods Report. So there's a lot going on. Emerald says, hey ladies. Hey Emerald. It's a lot going on. All right. Mm-hmm. So on Instagram.
Just for the record, she's driving.
Just for the record, she's driving. I say that in front of
the
on the
a lot going on.
On Instagram, I added a membership.
Okay.
And this is kind of the same as with YouTube. I added a membership on YouTube too.
Okay.
So I think YouTube has to approve it before it shows up.
Oh.
So if you guys are out there, I'll probably mention it throughout the program. Mm-hmm. If you want to be a member. Mm-hmm. So it's $9.99 a month because it's the YouTube channels that I'm a member. You always go.
Because you signed up with some people where we actually pay.
Yeah, you said what perks do I
get from these shows?
You get a badge to show that you're supporting the channel, mm-hmm. and then for us, I got it where we go live outside this show.
Right.
It's only to members.
Only to the members.
And then just to be able to talk back and forth with people
and discounts on our products.
50% discount on our
because we have more to come.
T-shirts. Our shirts, I have hair products coming out, so stuff like that.
So a lot of perks.
So that's the perks.
Okay. And then one lady asked about the membership.
Yeah, she wanted to be a member, and I said we didn't have one, so I went ahead and
thank you. She got to lit a fire up under us to do it.
So I went ahead and created the membership, and it's also to just support the channel. So because people do this, and if people think you get paid a lot, you don't get paid a lot unless you have a lot of followers and stuff.
Because you even said it allows you to get whatever you call it when you're tagged to make comments, and we only reply to your comments.
Like right now, we have enough people that watch where we can still go through the comments. But can you imagine when we get
50 million, 100 million?
Well, not that many. But can you imagine
get
more
imagining
people?
Those people with a lot of
they don't have that many in a live chat though.
No. Does DDG
not in a live chat?
Have
not
tags of certain people they can only talk to him?
No, he don't really go live.
Okay.
But live, you can, as the thing is scrolling a lot of people, if you have a badge or whatever, then sometimes they'll read those comments.
I think Larry Reed has that.
Yeah. Lovely Tea and,
only certain people, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But we're not there yet for that, but, we getting there.
It's not small beginning.
But, a lot of stuff going on, Donald Trump will be tonight on CNN. Nobody knows what's going to happen. That's why the ratings are going to be off the roof.
Because we don't know what...
He's unhinged.
Yeah.
And it's live. So he could say anything.
Lord have
mercy. He could call on the Proud Boys to do something. This is
considered his little, not State of the Union, but whatever you call it, his thing.
What you mean? This is Town Hall.
Town Hall thing. Okay.
So if being Town Hall...
What was the thing that he just made that comment about the CNN person not liking the way they looked? What?
Not the CNN. He was doing a deposition on this case.
The deposition.
And the lawyer for the lady that won was saying, you said she wasn't your type. Mm-hmm. And he said, I'm just paraphrasing, not only is she not my type, but you're not.
Right. I have the video
and you're not even
that,
good
but
looking.
I'm not showing it.
So I wouldn't even. He said I wouldn't talk to you.
Yeah, the View.
So he dogged her out. Mm-hmm. So that's Trump though. So we don't know what he's going to say. Mm-hmm. He did make a comment about tonight saying that CNN, they need him because their ratings are low. And he's absolutely correct. They do need him because people watch Donald Trump. Yeah. They watch him whether they like him or whether they don't like him. They still watch him.
Yeah, the ratings will go
up.
So
the ratings are going to go up. We're going to watch because we don't know. Are you watching, Mom?
You know, I always watch.
See, she laughing because she gonna watch.
She tells us what's going on with CNN and Fox.
But right now,
you know, he got arrested today, and Lenore, Kim, so and so has got to pay this amount. I'm like, okay, Mom.
So we have let a lot of people come in. Marvel's Jonathan Majors arraigned on revised assault charge. Attorney calls investigation a witch hunt. Why is everything a witch hunt?
That's like the words.
That's like Donald Trump said he had a witch hunt. Now
somebody going after you. Somebody going after you. I think they think of it as a witch hunt because
the Salem witch hunts.
Well, we know that was serious.
No, they was going after people just for anything.
But they call it a witch hunt because they figure you now the spotlight is on you and you coming after me for everything in the kitchen sink.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what else. Why would you call it a witch hunt if you're not guilty?
All right.
That's the thing.
Well, actor Jonathan Majors was arraigned in court Tuesday on a revised domestic violence charge during a hearing in New York.
Okay.
The brief arraignment lasted only 3 minutes, and 33-year-old actor did not enter a plea. Why didn't he enter a plea?
Pray tell.
He faces misdemeanor assault charge, which prosecutors rewrote from the perspective of the 30-year-old accuser, who was not named in the court papers to show her cooperation with authorities. The initial charge was written from the perspective of the police officer. Okay. His accuser claims Major twisted her arm, struck her, and shoved her into a vehicle in New York City in March. He was arrested in Manhattan, Chelsea neighborhood on March 25th.
I wonder why he didn't plead. Usually they ask you that.
Major's attorney, Para, claims he is innocent and said the woman attacked Majors. She also called the investigation into her client a witch hunt. She also provided infutable evidence that the woman is lying, including video proof showing nothing happened, especially not where she claimed. Okay.
Let's see.
Instead of dismissing the allegations in the face of the woman's clear lies, the DA has adjusted the charges to match the woman's new lies. That's what his attorney is saying.
How is this sounding?
His attorney also accused police and prosecutors of racial bias against Majors, claiming a white police officer taunted the actor when he attempted to show the injuries he claimed the woman caused. Major's accuser alleges that he twisted her arm, struck her, and pushed her into a vehicle, causing her to fall. According to the revised assault charge, she was treated at a hospital for minor injuries, the police said. Majors must show up in person at a follow-up hearing on June 13th or face a possible warrant for his arrest. As ordered Judge Rachel Pauley said at that hearing, she will decide a motion challenging the case. In the meantime, Majors must continue to not have any contact with the accuser. Majors was announced as the central villain in Marvel's Phase 5 and Phase 6, a compilation of films and episodic series on Disney Plus running through 2016. His character 26. His character Kang the Conqueror debuted to much fanfare when we saw it in Ant-Man.
And the Wasp.
The film also starred Michael Douglas, Catherine. Nobody cares. Okay. Major also played the central antagonist in the box office, topping Creed 3. So what I was hearing is that Disney is waiting to hear what's going to happen
of this case.
On this case, June 13th.
Now, if he has some good lawyers that can really prove that she lied, so make her discreditable. What people go,
But even if
you could have bruised yourself too by fighting him. You could have, like, if you're lashing out at him, you can hit your arm on him, and then you can be bruised as well. Versus he bruising you.
Well, he's thick, so you can bruise.
So you don't, and he can be holding your arm.
But here's
that can bruise.
Here's the problem.
So we don't know.
This is the problem that he has.
What?
Let's say they meet June 13th and they dismiss it.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel is trying to see should they still keep him because of the fact that remember other people was coming out saying he was creepy and all this other stuff. Yeah. So
are these other people coming out? Are they still coming out?
I don't know.
I haven't heard anything from them.
I mean, are they going to make any formal things? Mm-hmm. My thing is, I think they should keep him. Number one, they spent too much money promoting him. Mm-hmm. He was in Ant-Man. We already saw who he is. And he's a villain. He's a villain.
He's a villain anyway.
So if
in real life.
If he was a super...
We really won't like him.
If he was a superhero, then I would say you should replace him.
Yes.
Because people are going to be like, I don't like him, I don't care.
I can't think of him as a superhero because he's done so mean things to that lady.
But because he's a villain, even if he didn't do it, it doesn't matter. Some people perceive that
all of his parts, the sad thing about it,
are those type of people.
He's villain. He has he wasn't not good in Creed 3.
Yeah, they'll keep him.
He had that air about him in all these other shows, so he fits the suit.
But Disney is shopping around.
They are?
Yeah, I heard under the
grapevine. They should keep him as a villain, unless he's guilty and they have to put him, he has to pay whatever.
But they are, people kept on saying, oh, they're not going to shop around. Under the table, they said they are shopping around.
They are?
For another black guy.
Okay.
But we'll see. Okay. We'll see. I think you should keep him. Emerald says, I will wait to hear about it from you tomorrow, the Trump thing. She don't want to watch him. Some people can't stand to watch him. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about it tomorrow, too. Mike says, M. Perk says, hi, ladies. Hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
He says, some shows only read on air donations to super chats. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And he says, hi, Emerald. Again, that's true. Thanks, Mike, again for the other day for the super chat. Mm-hmm. If anybody wants to do a super chat, feel free. Mm-hmm. So that's the thing with the Marvel.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I really think they should hold it all. It's all going to come out to how good his lawyers are, mm-hmm. how much of the truth mm-hmm. is on his side versus the person he violated, mm-hmm. and from that, what Marvel's going to do. They can't, like, if he comes out okay with this, mm-hmm. they should keep him as the villain. Okay, they really should.
Wendy says, hello, girls. Hey, Wendy. Hey. And my mother got your gift that she sent, that you sent.
She said, oh, and she calls you her goddaughter. Oh, my goddaughter sent me a gift.
And then I think Wendy sent something else. So you got to go to the post office to get it. We don't live near the post office anymore.
So it takes us a little while to get over there.
We only go when she go pick up mail, mm-hmm. lets it gather up, and then she'll go to the post office to get it. Mm-hmm. All right, crazy man George Santos.
What's going on with this?
Indicted on 13 counts.
Okay.
Now this is the congressman, if y'all remember, that lied about everything. Remember every story. If you said your grandmother fought in World War III, his grandmother fought in World War III.
My grandmother was in the Holocaust.
Right. Everything.
She escaped.
Yeah, he did say that, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Was somebody in the New York Tower too?
I think somebody family member has been everywhere with this man.
He has a degree and he has everything.
And is he what? Did he dress up as drag or something?
Drag queen.
He's just got a lot going on.
Everything.
In his life. Okay.
And he's always he was the one at the State of the Union was walking around shaking everybody's hand. And what's his name? The Mormon.
Romney.
Romney said, if I was you, I would sit down in the back somewhere.
Just don't come. Just leave.
He was upset. He was embarrassed by him.
Yes.
He said, if I was you, I would be hiding in the back somewhere.
It's like he has that same air about him like comb over.
Well,
I don't care how bad you think I am. I think I'm okay.
And this is what Republicans need to know. If they can't get Trump, they're going to get every other Republican that they can.
I know. They're going to try.
So they talked about this on The View? Uh-huh. You want me to play it?
Yeah, let's play what he's...
So George Santos.
They have a video of him talking.
This was not enough. More came. Representative George Santos. Charged and in custody. Yeah.
They didn't let him leave like they did Trump. You know how Trump walked in and they did the thing?
How is it that Trump was above the law like that?
Well, he's ex-president. So Santos probably thought he was going to walk in and leave.
I'm going to walk out and leave just like Trump did. Because I'm part of this whole.
How embarrassing is that?
I am a politician.
How embarrassing is it to walk in and think you're going to leave and they handcuff you and say no?
That's what we were waiting on them to do with Trump.
It wasn't going to happen.
Oh, man.
All right.
Let us take a look at that clip.
Here's how politics works. Politics is boring. We can get pop culture meets politics, and we can harness the energy of a younger generation which necessarily doesn't enjoy politics, or layman people who don't pay attention to politics and say, oh, politics doesn't matter, but then you put some pop culture reference in there and you're opening the doors to politics to a whole new window of people.
Sounds again like you're doing your notoriety thing.
Well, I'm trying to bring more engagement into public policy. Isn't that a good thing, though?
No, that's a Bravo show.
I didn't even understand what he just said.
He didn't know what he just said. But it doesn't matter because they arrested him. Yeah.
Can I
arrested him.
Can I say what he was arrested for?
Yeah. Please do.
Do we have time?
We don't have that much time, but I'm going to do it quickly. He is facing 13 criminal counts, including wire fraud, money laundering, theft of public funds, and lying to Congress. 7 counts of wire fraud, 3 counts of money laundering, 1 count of theft of public funds, and 2 counts of making materially false statements to the House of Representatives. And it's being tried by the Department of Justice in the Eastern District of New York. And we don't lose those cases.
This man. That's why Romney said that.
That's why he said,
Romney's like, stay
he
home.
said, if I was you, I would be hiding in the back somewhere.
With the little hat on your head. Just change.
They should have did him like the Game of Thrones. See, you didn't watch the Game of Thrones. When the queen, they was done with her, as she walked down the line, the people in the court stood on both sides, and they said, shame. Shame.
The walk of shame.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Why can't we do that in this
And she had to
country?
be naked.
Ooh.
She had to walk naked, and people was spitting on her, and throwing feces on her, throwing poop and pee. Just shame.
Tell me this.
Shame.
Who's gonna stand there and throw feces? You got that in your hand.
But they probably had it in buckets and stuff.
Oh, okay. I was like,
and they said, shame. Shame. And it was a priest or somebody behind her. Shame.
Did he get throw things?
No, they just, you stay away from her. You don't want to be right up on her. So
Oh,
that is literally a walk of shame.
A walk. We need to do that in this country.
No, because it'll be all black people.
Oh.
It'll never be a white person in the walk of shame.
That's just wrong.
It'll be, or at this point, all poor people.
Yeah.
It'll never be it'll be a
walk of
rich
shame.
guy on the side saying shame.
But
and
that
he did the
we
same
should
thing.
only do it though for rich folks.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Okay.
If you make over like Biden, if you make over $400,000 a year and you do something criminal,
Like this knucklehead.
if you don't want to go to jail, you have to do the walk of shame.
But that's good for them. They're okay with that.
Naked.
Ugh. But they may still be okay with that.
That's fine. We get okay with it too because we get to throw feces at you and
Santos was
everything.
into himself anyway. So
Now with him, he should have to walk of shame.
he should before he even leaves.
Or
that.
Congress. If you're in Congress,
Yes.
that same crowd that broke through January 6th and climbed the walls that Tucker said was just going to look at statues. They was climbing the walls and breaking the windows.
Right.
They should do the walk
of shame
with them.
Why did they do that to the queen in the Game
I
of
can't
Thrones?
remember.
Did she mess up?
Yeah, she did a bunch of stuff.
Oh wow.
But that's a walk of shame. Shame. So he thought he was gonna walk in there and walk out. He should have came in with a gym suit. He should have known he wasn't gonna come back out.
I think he's untouchable.
He thought he was untouchable.
So okay.
So he did the walk of shame. Well, not really, but
No,
he
not
should
like that.
He
The
should.
walk of shame. I like that.
So I know Romney is happy. He's locked up.
Yes, a lot of people Republicans was hoping that he gets.
And are they going to ask Trump about Santos tonight? Let's see what he says.
DeSantis.
No, Santos.
Santos.
Are they going to ask him
I
about
don't know if
Santos?
he's working because DeSantis is the man.
They're going to ask him about DeSantis, but are they going to ask him about, because this just happened to him. Are they going to, you was able to walk out. What do you think about Congressman Santos? He got arrested. What do you think about that?
Oh, I'm going to have my popcorn ready. I'm going to wait to see what this knucklehead
He's
going
going to say this media is a witch hunt. And you know what? To be honest with you, I'll get to it. We'll go to the story.
Well, he made a comment in the video, Trump about that whole thing. Like you said, the interview, that thousands of years ago, women have been the concern thousands of years ago. And Sarah was like, you know what? He's right. Women have been degraded since the beginning of time. Think about it, years, how women are treated in different countries, our country. And he feels like, I ain't, but it's, okay
we'll
for me to do it.
So that's the first part of the Santos story. Okay. The second part of the Santos story is Santos says, I will not resign after pleading not guilty to criminal charges.
He has no choice now.
He says Representative George Santos, Republican New York, pleaded not guilty to an array of federal crimes, including fraud, theft, money laundering, and making false statements.
So this is before he was the video of him.
Santos, 34, was arraigned in federal court on Long Island, New York, hours after his arrest on 13-count indictment. He was released on a $500,000 bond. Santos is charged with relying on repeated dishonesty and deception to ascend to the halls of Congress and enrich himself, a U.S. attorney said.
I wonder if it's, you know how people have problems where there's psychopathic liars? Or is that a word? It's a word where...
pathological?
Pathological. I said the wrong word. Like the guy, Catch Me If You Can. They can't help themselves. They just got to lie. I don't know what it is about him that he feels he has to lie to get by, to get through, to feel good, to lift himself up.
This indictment seeks to hold Santos accountable for various alleged fraudulent schemes and brazen misrepresentations, U.S. Attorney Brian Peace said in a press release. So it's showing that you can't just lie like other politicians. I guess he went beyond.
And the sad thing, this is white collar.
He went beyond what normal politicians do lie. Yes. They normally lie. He went beyond that.
We know they all lie.
They usually do campaign lies.
Oh my goodness.
Like, I'll fix this. But people don't say, well, my mom was, this. My father passed away. And all this
he did some illegal money laundering, like Sonny said. So,
let's see. What did you guys say? Wendy said, pick up the package before Sunday.
Okay.
Everybody's saying hi to each other. Wendy says, has the world gone mad? And Emerald says, yes, Wendy, it has, except for us. That's right. We're the only ones that smart, y'all.
Hopefully there's more of us.
Yeah. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. And Wendy says, where is Cruz? Yeah, he needs to be indicted too. So that's the latest on George Santos. Okay. Let's see if Trump will talk about him tonight. Okay. He's coming on in 30 minutes, y'all, right? 7 o'clock?
That's Central Time?
Is it 7? When is Trump on CNN? Let me see.
So Central Time is 7. 8 o'clock is East.
He said 8 o'clock, but I'm thinking he was talking about...
the East Coast, because he's from the East.
Right, he's in
Florida. on East Coast time, too?
Yeah, 7 p.m.
Florida. Okay.
I think it's 7 p.m. Wait a minute. Yeah, 8 Eastern. Okay. So let's hurry up. We got 30 minutes. Okay. And then we're gonna watch him, and then we'll talk about it tomorrow. Okay. Wendy said habitual liars. Yeah, absolutely. Habitual,
yes.
Okay, quickly. Everybody, Tucker Carlson is going to Twitter.
We knew he was going to go somewhere on some platform.
Yeah, he's going to Twitter. So it says Tucker Carlson's new Twitter show could spell doom for Elon Musk.
Why would it be doomed?
Because they feel like people going to leave Twitter because Tucker Carlson is coming there, but that's not going to happen. Tucker Carlson announced his next move. He's launching a show on Twitter. For Elon Musk, Twitter's owner, a Fox News-style show on the platform could cause problems. Users and advertisers sensitive to misinformation could jump ship if Carlson went rogue. So I guess they talking about more for advertisers, I guess.
And then too, what's his audience? Are they older? Because a lot of them, it was easier to see him on Fox News versus
you just hit it right on.
A lot of older people, they don't use these computers.
And Fox News on internet is very low ratings. Ooh. The majority of the people who watch Fox News are what you said.
Watch it.
Did you know they over 60?
Yeah.
They don't go to, a lot of them don't go to Twitter and none of these.
Some of his followers may get lost and not know
how to connect. I hope he has 3 people watching. His wife and her mother and maybe a mother-in-law.
Oh my gosh.
I can't stand Tucker Carlson.
Well, now take his way he thinks.
There have been a few people who said he may change because a lot of these guys get fired from major networks. Mm-hmm. And then Bill O'Reilly and them and Mama's guy, what's the guy you like?
Chris Cuomo.
Chris Cuomo. Yeah. And they don't have the same sting they had when they was on television. They go to these they go on these platforms, and they don't have to be so salacious because when they was on the network, they had to be salacious to kind of keep up with all the different people.
But what do you think? Because when you use an example, and it may not be the same analogy. But when you said your man, which one I don't like sometimes, Howard Stern mainly got off. I'm sorry, mainly got off of that of the platform getting a cramp, because it allowed him freedom to say certain things.
But funny
he still has the same sting.
But I watched Howard Stern. He was more sexual and perverted on radio.
Oh, really?
Because you pushing up against the thing. That's what I'm saying.
Like pushing the needle.
You trying to envelope. Okay. You trying to be provocative. Oh. But when they told him, hey, it's like a human. You can do whatever you want. They don't do nothing. As soon as you tell somebody you can't do something,
give them the do's and don'ts, and
they're gonna try to do everything you told them not to do.
Wow.
So that's why people think the same thing is going to happen to Tucker Carlson. It happened to Bill O'Reilly.
If you're saying what's his name too? Your man. If you saying Howard Stern.
Yeah, he became more softer when he did Sirius, when he went on Sirius.
And even Wendy Williams, didn't she?
Wendy Williams.
Her radio show was a little bit more.
Well, even when she did her show, she calmed down, but that's different.
Really? Okay.
But Tucker Carlson, I believe, is not going to be as crazy as people think he is when he does his Twitter show.
Okay.
Also, a lot of people don't let me do this before I say who else he want to bring on. He made a video talking about it. Over 72 million people tuned into that video. Way more than he had on television.
Wow.
And that's just to see the video of him talking about going to Twitter.
Okay.
I wanted to see if they had the
will
video.
They follow him on Twitter?
Exactly.
Because some people, my mom, if she was a follow, if she was one of his people, she wouldn't have a clue on how to even open the computer and get to Twitter.
Yeah. So we'll see. On his video that he released, it was so funny. He talked about, you got cramp? He talked about how the news media isn't honest. He had the nerve to go on video and talk about how the media today isn't honest. When that's the whole thing with him was his private text that he was putting out, lying in front of people, saying that he didn't believe in the thing was stolen. The election was stolen. And then to come on air and say that he lied. So for him to get on and say this him leaving and the media is not honest. So he's going to do an honest approach and he's going to be honest and do all of this stuff on Twitter. I thought it was funny.
What the heck? Is that a joke, sir?
No, he was serious.
He's a liar himself.
Now, Elon Musk also offered Don Lemon a show on Twitter. So Elon Musk don't care. He wants that beef from everybody to come because that brings people to start looking at Twitter.
Right.
So he wants it on both sides. He wants
their audience to follow him. All of them to sign up to Twitter to look at their person that they like.
Yeah. So we'll see if Don Lemon.
Cuomo on Twitter?
No, he's on YouTube.
Okay.
So we'll see. I think they said Don Lemon is going to go to the same channel as Chris Cuomo.
Yeah, because they're friends.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're following each other. Yeah.
Wendy says, is Cruz running? I don't think so. And it comes on at 8 p.m. Eastern. Trump.
What do you think is better, though, platform-wise, for someone? Twitter or YouTube? Does it matter?
It depends on what you want to do. If you want to be provocative and say whatever you want, you can't go on YouTube. YouTube, you see how they shut us down.
Restrictions.
If we say you say the S word or whatever word,
you got us saying we can't say certain words.
The computer don't put us out that
Twitter
much.
lets you do that?
Twitter, you can say anything on Twitter.
Oh.
So he can say anything on Twitter.
Okay. Well.
But YouTube has more users. To be honest with you, Facebook is the biggest one, but they don't have no money. So they're not going to give you. That got rid of Red Table.
Yeah, they sure did. You
Red
said that she
Table Talk.
Try to find another.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have the most for the group he wants. That would be Facebook.
Would be wonderful.
The 60-year-olds are on Facebook.
Yep. They call us old folks on Facebook.
Yeah, that's not where the young people are. The young people are on Twitter.
Okay.
So unless he wants to appeal to a younger audience, I don't know.
Okay.
But we'll see. I hope he fails because I can't stand Tucker Carlson. Okay. And I hope he has no file. I hope
it's freedom of speech.
It's freedom of speech.
Be your big head, knucklehead self. Yeah. On Twitter, no matter what platform he goes on.
Yeah.
There are people who follow him.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
House Republicans allege Biden family members received millions in payments from foreign entities in new bank records. Well, remember I told you I think they get money from Ukraine.
They probably are.
And that he has some type of Biden has some, in my opinion, allegedly, he has some kind of connection to Ukraine that's outside of the government. That's my opinion.
You think because of the son?
Or the son and him. Okay. The son and him. Because it says House Oversight Chairman James Comer laid out new details to support allegations that members of the Joe Biden's family, including his son Hunter, received millions of dollars in payments from foreign entities in China and Romania, including when Biden was vice president, according to a memo obtained by CNN. New bank records cited in the memo were obtained by the committee through a subpoena and include payments made to companies tied to Hunter Biden. Republicans also allege that Hunter Biden used his family connections to help facilitate a meeting in 2016 between Serbian running for United Nations Secretary General and then National Security Advisor Vice President Colin Kahl. The foreign payments raised questions about Hunter Biden's business activities while his father was vice president. But the committee does not suggest any irregularity about the payments from foreign sources. The bank records by themselves also do not indicate the purpose of the payments that were made. Mm-hmm. So they brought all this evidence out, mm-hmm. and CNN is saying you still have to tie all this. Mm-hmm. You can say somebody has this and somebody has this and money is here and money is here, right. But you got to tie that together if you want
to bring a case,
them to bring a case.
Yeah.
But I will say this, and I'm not Republican and I'm not Democrat. I do notice that the media and the Department of Justice are quick to go after Republicans. You don't think there's any Democrats that's doing anything illegal?
They need to go on both sides.
I need to start seeing.
Even when the Hillary Clinton emails.
Yes.
I was upset with her using her personal email to do any of these knuckleheads. From taking files home, from using your personal email, your phone, anything. We as common sense know. At my job, they really told us you can't use, and we couldn't even accept gifts at a certain amount of money as well. So why would Hillary even have problems with emails?
So
I'm sorry, I used my personal email.
It says Comer and other Republicans on the committee held a press conference on Wednesday morning to tout their findings. Marjorie Taylor Greene is part of the committee. So right there, that's the other thing.
They want to keep her on there because she's the bulldog.
When you put, and that's the problem that the Republicans have. When you have a nut job like Marjorie Taylor Greene speaking with you on stage, nobody's listening to you. That was the problem that Trump had. Having Mayor Giuliani with his hairline, black, you can see all the black streaming down his face.
On the one side, though,
nobody's listening to you.
I see. It's unfortunate that they got to get these knuckleheads to be the barkers of whatever you want to call them. Hey, he went in the house.
Right.
That's all they need to do. They don't need to say nothing else. And the problem is, nobody trusts them because of the comments and the stupidity that they speak on. But they are watchdogs. They're like, get them.
Right.
You need to get Biden too. You need to get And they like, I got to keep Marjorie because she's a good, tough dog. She may say things that we feel.
Right.
And she'll say it because she's that knucklehead to say it. And that's how Giuliani was.
Giuliani is an idiot.
With the dye coming down his face. Okay, so I get it.
All right, so that's that. Now they're saying that these people didn't come to Hunter Biden because he understood world politics. they came to him for access,
Yeah.
which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But on Wednesday, Comer was asked about specific policy decisions that Biden made while president or vice president that may have been directly influenced by these foreign payments. Now, the Republicans failed to name any and instead pointed to the then Vice President Biden traveling around the world and discussing foreign aid. You got to tie it together, guys.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to do the work for you. I know that it may seem unfair, Republicans, that Democrats don't have to do all of that, but you do.
That's a Law and Order thing. I watch Law and Order so much. Law and Order, criminal intent, whatever. One of the things that the prosecutor fusses at the police officers and the detectives, you got to bring me more evidence. You got to be able to tie that person to that house or to that person for me to bring a case. Right. Because we can't even go to court with this. So that's what you're saying they're trying to do. You got to find, what was the criminal thing about this whole thing? He just have a relationship with them. So what? We all have relationships with other countries.
But I do agree that you do see, why is it all Republicans being dragged in the court and no Democrats?
No Democrats.
So I do agree.
To be checks and balances on both
sides.
But
I could care about either one of them.
Yeah.
Both of them can go to jail, you ask me.
I figured any of them, any party, any person, if they're doing wrong,
you got to go.
What's done in the dark should come to light.
Wendy says, do you have a limit on when you put a video on Twitter? Is there a time limit? No, you can go live on Twitter just like YouTube. Same thing.
As long as you want.
Yeah, there's no limit.
Okay.
All right, so that's that. Anything, you have anything to add with that? So we'll see. I don't know why they think.
Follow it and we'll see if
I
they gather
think
more
most
evidence.
Americans don't care about Hunter Biden. Be honest with you, we don't even care about Biden. If you find something that's illegal and it's true and you can tie it, we don't care. Actually, to be honest with you, some Democrats might want you to because they don't want him to run. They may want you to find something on him so they can get him out of there.
The littlest thing.
So go ahead, Republicans, find something. We don't care.
All right.
But if you find something, it won't matter because Comover has set the bar so low. You can come up and say Biden did something to a woman.
Yes.
40, 50 years ago. And people will be like,
he has been accused of, because he loves to touch and hug.
Nobody cares.
He touched me inappropriately.
Nobody cares. The bar is set so low.
I know.
That he could trip an old lady in the grocery store. And people be like.
And I think people are waiting too because the issues with Trump, things not getting done or things not following through. People are like, Trump got away. Why not us?
Marjorie Taylor Greene and those others on that committee understand that because of you and you being a nut job and because of the Comover that y'all support, nobody cares about the findings that y'all find on Biden. Nobody. Yeah.
What my opinion is?
Oh, my mother said her opinion. What's your opinion?
I don't like the way they loved and treated Trump, no matter what he did.
Oh,
even
yeah.
Christian people, even born again, loved Trump.
Yeah.
And they knew how dirty he was.
Yeah, right? That's true.
I don't
and they always, with my mom was saying, the Christians that supported him and
Trump
doing his presidency, people like Paula White,
all of them,
all they prayed around him and made sure. The thing is, I don't like when Christians do. We all know that he had some issues, and we know anybody with issues. God loves him. We know, and
but don't make excuses for his behavior.
Exactly, and we shouldn't do that as believers. That we need to pray for our leadership.
Why not call it what it is? He's a bum guy, but he's Republican. We're pro-life.
Yes.
We needed to vote for him
Thank you.
Because we had to have somebody in there that would keep our pro-life
thing. McCain never changed from being a Republican. He and what's his name? Cheney's daughter. They were like, nah, we ain't going that far. That man crazy.
Know Pence, though? The latest with Pence?
Yes. They talked about him on The View today.
Pence is horrible.
As a Christian man.
I thought for a fact, now he would at least, when that verdict came out, say, well, thank goodness that the lady was vindicated, that's wrong.
Yes.
He didn't say anything.
He's
a weak man.
You a weak Christian too. As a man
My
of God.
mother said there's a difference between being meek and weak. Jesus was not weak. When they was selling stuff in the church, he came in there and he turned the tables over. He wasn't weak. He wasn't a weak,
thank you,
man crawling on the ground
you should protect women and all the things that happen. You should be very glad that justice is done for the women. She's representing women who have been violated.
He's a weak man.
You're not going to thank you as president, so don't even run.
As a Christian, he could have said, if he didn't want to say nothing bad about comb over, he could have said, well, I've discussed it with mother.
Yeah, mother.
And we're going to keep him in prayer.
Yes.
Because obviously the former president of the United States, he requires a lot of prayer.
There you go.
So I'm going to stay on my knees.
He don't even say that.
He don't say nothing. He's a weak man. No wonder they was going to hang him. Hang Mike Pence. No wonder. January 6th. They was going to go in there and go after that man.
I'm losing respect every day for this man. He's given a platform.
He's a horrible Christian man.
God.
He's a weak Christian man.
He is. You're not even.
He could at least stood on Christian principles when they asked him, what do you think about the case?
And you don't have to say nothing negative about the man.
If it's true, what happened, that's not what God wants. God would not want a man to do that to a woman.
Yes.
God holds women in nothing.
Or we want women to always feel safe in the presence of anyone that they're with, never being violated. So we feel like if this is justice being done, we're all for it.
Say what you want to say about DeSantis. But at least he say something.
Yeah. He has a little bit of backbone. I may not like everything he says, but he has a backbone.
Oh, my goodness. Mm-hmm. Well, let's see if they're going to ask Trump about that. We got how many more minutes left?
Okay.
We got 15 minutes.
Okay.
On this town hall, are they going to ask him about Mike Pence?
We'll see.
And he's going to, you know what they're going to say? Y'all going to laugh. Because I got comb over down to a tail. It's a weak man.
Okay. You think he'll say
He's going to say that's a weak man.
Oh my God.
He's a weak man. He doesn't have any backbone.
Oh my
God. Along those lines. If they ask him about Mike Pence, y'all come back tomorrow if I'm true. If I say he's going to talk about him.
Yeah, because they did mention that on the View
DeSantis, he's going to go after the fact that he's nobody until I went down to Florida.
Thank you.
And that's the only reason why he was holding on by a thread. He begged me. He got on the phone and said, please come to Florida. Please. And I was there and I came. Lovely family.
Trump going to say it's because of me.
I came there and I thought that I was helping somebody who was a weak man who needed help, and he turned on me, and now I gotta crush him like a grape. I'm just using different words, but at least he's not a spineless piece of nothing like Pence.
Let's see. Let's see
if he talks about that.
Very disappointed though, Pence. I'm sorry. You and mother need to stay home and not even run.
He's
for this.
so weak.
Oh,
all right,
go ahead.
Wendy says hi, Mom. She said, hey, Wendy. All right, real quick. Tory Lanez, remember the whole case with Tory Lanez, the rapper was Megan Thee Stallion. They was in the car. They was drunk. And then she said that he shot her foot. Mm-hmm. And then he said he didn't do it. But nobody knows who did it. We all know that it was Tory Lanez. He was convicted of it. Tory, this is the part that irritates me about Tory. You always maintained your innocence, but you never said who shot her. If I was maintaining my innocence,
you think he was so too drunk to know?
He knew. If I was maintaining my innocence, right, I would say who shot her. I would say her friend shot her.
Well, maybe he didn't want to get them in trouble.
Well, that's why you're in jail now.
Oh,
and he tried to appeal because you know you can appeal.
Right.
The judge shot it down.
Oh, shame.
So now he's done.
They didn't even give him a chance.
They didn't even give him.
He's back in you said Canada?
Oh, is he? I don't know.
Didn't you say he's from Canada?
He's from Canada. Yeah. I don't know if he's back in Canada.
No, I mean,
he's from Canada.
Is he serving time in Canada?
Oh, I don't know. He's here now, I guess. Okay. Tory Lanez denied new trial after conviction for Megan Thee Stallion shooting. Lanez has called his December trial a guilty verdict, a miscarriage of justice, but a Los Angeles judge didn't buy it. The star now heads for sentencing. The minimum, they said, is 9 years.
Okay. He'll probably get out
because you had a gun.
He'll get out early.
No, even if he gets out, he can't come back here. He's not from here. A convicted felon, he can't come back to the United States.
Oh, well.
So he's done with the United States.
Okay.
So he's mad. He's sitting in prison. He's mad. You know,
you can do your music.
The
still.
ruling is not particularly surprising. Such requests for a judge to overturn a jury verdict are rarely granted, reserved for major revelations about an error or withheld evidence. Similar arguments could still be successfully raised in a future appeal. So he could do a future appeal, but he got to have something major. It has to be major.
Okay.
So it's good that he did it. I never once thought he didn't. I always felt like, and I never liked him.
You don't like
Very
him?
arrogant. One of them short, arrogant men.
The Napoleon syndrome?
Napoleon complex. Yeah, I never liked him. I didn't. When I saw him, he would always joke about it too. About her getting her foot shot and stuff like that. I really thought he didn't think anything was going to happen to him. Kind of like Trump.
So he actually did it then. Like you saying, I would have named somebody else. He probably did it.
If I didn't do it, I would have
lying on somebody.
I would have definitely named somebody else. So
really?
he went more along the lines of y'all didn't prove I did it. That's not good enough to me. He should know that. People keep saying you innocent till proven guilty. That's false.
Well,
that's what we technically say, but that's not the truth. The truth is people believe that you're guilty and you got to prove that you're innocent. So if somebody said I did something and I know somebody else did it,
and if you
I'm telling.
And if you don't have enough proof, then they have to go.
Then you got to go. So that's his fault. He messed up. Emerald says, please not this again. This was a silly waste of taxpayers' money. Yes, I agree. So he's done. Nobody's doing the trial again. He's getting ready to be sentenced.
Okay.
Robert De Niro. I wanted to talk about this. Robert De Niro is a woman pregnant right now with his child.
Meet his 7 children. And
he's 79.
Yeah.
That's too old.
No, because remember what happened to, what's his name in his show? How old was he when he had his little boy?
Who?
The one that passed away.
See, that's the point. He's dead.
Well,
how old is the child? 2?
Wait a minute. What's his name? The white guy, Jewish.
I don't know.
He had a talk show with glasses. He was older and his wife was younger and he had a son.
I don't know. Jerry Springer?
No, he had a talk show like the when do y'all think of him? He had a talk show. He wore glasses. He was a Jewish man, older.
Oh, Robert Downey.
No.
I don't know, Lenora. Let's move on.
But for you to make a crack on him, De Niro, this guy was old, and everybody cracked on him too. He had a younger son. So you can be as old as dirt and still have kids.
I think 79 is too old.
I don't think so. I don't think there's a break. If a man can get away, they can have a child.
Well, that's
at 80.
my first issue is that he's 79.
No, not Tony Randall.
He
He interviewed people. He was one-on-one with them.
Oh, Larry David. I mean, no, not Larry David. Larry, I know you're talking about. With the microphone.
Yes.
I know
glasses, older man.
He had a younger wife.
Yes.
Larry King.
Larry King. Thank you.
Emerald says,
there you go. She got it.
Oh, okay.
Who was that?
Budgie Cat said
Thank you,
Larry
Budgie
King.
Cat. Okay.
He was 79.
He was old.
Not 79.
How old was Larry King?
I don't even think he died at 79.
Y'all look it up. How old was Larry King when he had that son? Because everybody was cracking on him. And you talking about
he was 87 when he died.
Thank you. Leave that man alone. He was old as dirt when they talked about him having that boy.
Well,
I went Larry.
Somebody said Larry David. Or Wendy said Larry David. And then Buddy said Larry King. David Letterman did too. He had one, but not
y'all
80.
know men can get away.
Well, that's my first thing.
Old as Methuselah having kids.
My first thing is that he's old. My second thing is he's just the 4th baby mama. Don't nobody talk about that, but everybody talk about what's his name, Nick Cannon, and all these other guys.
Right.
Let's talk about Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro still pulling it.
No, but having kids and you ain't in the same house.
Yeah, that's true.
How old is his oldest kid?
How many baby mamas does he have?
This dude is 79.
I didn't know he had more than one baby mama. I thought he was at least with 2 or 3 women. I know the one lady, remember he dated that black lady? I think he was married to her. She was on 227. And she talked really silly. She had the silly character.
Oh, yeah, she had the high voice.
Hey, hi, Mary. Mary, you want me to come over? That was one of his wives.
They either married or they dated.
Yeah. I remember her.
What's his oldest child? His oldest child got to be, 60?
70-something.
79.
So 50-something maybe. 79. You're usually 20-something years older than your kids if you had them late. 23 or 4. So maybe in their 50s, late 50s.
Oh, man.
I honestly think if Larry King can do it, why not? And De Niro is probably still sexy to women. That name alone, Robert
51,
De Niro.
51.
Remember, y'all, we was loving.
I don't know if this is his oldest, but he got a daughter that's 51.
Okay.
Dang, he old.
No.
Well, that's the first one. And then
I think he's okay.
The second issue that I have is that he's
so many kids,
baby mamas.
Okay.
And we dog out black guys.
Said 42. Is that one of his kids' age?
Well, I just saw he has a daughter
from first wife.
I just saw his one daughter's 51.
Well, no, he has 6 kids from one wife. That's
Six
not. He didn't
kids.
do it, Nick Cannon.
Oh, okay.
Is that right, Wendy?
Make sure, y'all.
One
they
woman
said 4
had
babies mamas. So double check that, Wendy.
Double check that, Wendy.
When I read it, said he had 4 baby mamas.
Wow. But go ahead, dude. You can still got it.
79.
79. When you said that, I thought right away of Larry King.
Yeah.
And Robert De Niro looks better. He doesn't look
he
old
looks
and dried
better
up
than,
as Larry King.
Yeah, Larry King. He look good for 79.
He does. He does. And we know some people that are near that age, like 80 and 80-something, and they look good.
Who?
We know some older black people that look good. I won't say their name on there, on the air.
Give me an initial. I don't know no 80-year-old that look good. Who? Oh, okay. Don't say no names, Ma.
I don't say no names. And, well, we don't care because you can't holler their names.
Wendy said Grace Hightower De Niro is an American socialite. She married Robert De Niro in 1997, and they separated in 2018.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's Robert De Niro.
Okay.
Y'all comment if y'all believe that. You know what? I'll put a thing in the community. It's 80-year-old. It's 80 too old to be a parent
for a man.
A man or a woman.
If a woman, have a pregnant like Sarah.
Budgie Cat said Larry King looked old when he was 30.
Thank you. I didn't want to say that. Thank you.
He did look old.
He was an old looking man.
All right, so we'll leave this for tomorrow.
Okay.
How often should you wash your sheets? Because we getting ready to get off so we can watch Trump.
That varies.
The great debate on underwear. You had that. I don't know what that is.
How much underwear you take with you on a 14-day trip?
Oh, Bishop Jakes was on
let's
Breakfast Club. We'll talk about that tomorrow because he said a lot of things I like.
And he said, thank you.
We still haven't talked about Guardians of the Galaxy.
My mom didn't like it.
We'll talk about it. Yeah. Donkey of the day.
Gotta do our donkey.
And then we out of here, y'all.
You can call me the donkey of the day, but I mean no harm. Donkey of the day for Wednesday, May 10th goes to Matt and Adele Allen, both 39 years of age. Let me tell you something, man. I'm tired. I've been telling y'all this all morning. I've gotten 11 hours of sleep, including naps over the last 48 hours. And for a man born in 1978, that's not good. So if I come across a little cranky this morning, it's because I'm physically tired and I'm tired of you humans. Okay, I totally understand why they, whoever the hell they is, wants AI to replace us. Okay, in fact, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy 3 over the weekend. Great movie, and I totally understand what the High Evolutionary was attempting to do. I don't want to give the movie away, but it's made over $300 million globally already, so who cares? The High Evolutionary wants to create a counter-Earth, a peaceful utopia filled with his genetic experiments. Okay, moral of the story, he wants to believe in something called unschooling. Okay, they have 3 children, and they say they don't want to force their 3 kids to learn to read or write.
What is that?
I should have had Bishop T.D. Jakes. I should have asked him, does he think Jesus is ever really coming back? Because, I mean, why would he at this point? Okay, not only will they not force their kids to read or write, they even allow them to set their own bedtimes, Envy. Right? They said the kids have no fixed schedule or meal times. I can't make this kind of stuff up, even though I wish this was made up. Let's listen to the mom talk, please.
We do not worry about them not being in school. I would worry about what they were missing out on if they were in school, actually, the complete opposite. A conventional education, I'd say, is definitely failing a large majority of children right now. So to then, go and accuse someone that opts for a different way to be irresponsible is
All right, it's too long. So basically, he gave them donkey of the day because they believe their kids should be stupid. They don't teach.
They don't think it's their
education.
Being stupid though. That's the thing.
Well, no education at all. Not even homeschool. No education. Reading. Why should they know how to read? They don't need to know how to read. They set their own bedtimes, like he said. They eat when they want to. They have no rules at all. They don't believe in putting anything on your kids.
Now, some people may think of this as child abuse.
That's what I'm saying.
Is this considered child abuse?
So this is, and then he played another clip of a kid reading out loud in class who couldn't read.
And the kids laughed at him.
Even the teacher. And that was wrong. It was a comedy. So he was saying, what are we trying to do here? Raise dummies? So I'm hoping that this don't catch on.
You almost think, like in the movies, that the kid is raised by wolves because the wolves don't teach him or train him, whatever. They're kind of like free and act like an animal.
Yes.
You almost think right away that's how they're going to be because they won't have any learning at all. Yeah. They won't even learn what's right and wrong, right? She's probably not teaching. Don't steal.
She don't give them no rules.
Don't take
none.
Something. Maybe they probably watch TV. Maybe they watch TV and learn there.
Let's go back. Wendy says De Niro has been married twice. His first marriage was to actress Dion Abbott. The two married from 76 to 88. And 2 children with his first wife, 4 with his second wife, and 1 with his girlfriend. Okay. Both of his wives were black. And then Wendy said like Jada and Will's kids. Probably like this lady with no rules. Yeah. Well, at least Jada and Will, they don't believe in not reading.
You know what?
This lady is beyond crazy.
Here's the thing with the donkey too, her being a donkey was really nothing you can do. The kids they're going to have a rude awakening when they go to school, or if they, well, not even school, because they're not going to school, right?
Right.
They're going to have a rude awakening in life.
Do they have this coming on line? This CNN town hall. Where's your CNN? CNN.com. Is it going to be online, or is it only going to be... live? It's okay. Former President Trump will face questions as legal clouds. So they probably going to do a whole bunch of introductions like this before they even get to bringing him on. Let me see if after this commercial. Trump's CNN town hall is a sign of a broader, more traditional campaign. Trump will face questions as legal clouds hang over. Watch Trump announce his 2024 candidacy. He already did, didn't he? Trump.
Maybe officially.
Oh, here we go. We'll watch a little bit of it with y'all. Let's do the first question.
President Trump, thank you for your time here tonight. We got a great crowd here in New Hampshire, a lot of voters with a lot of questions about what your 2024 term would look like, what another Trump term would look like. Now. We'll get to the voters shortly, but your polls show that you are dominating the Republican race right now, but you are also under active federal investigation for trying to overturn the 2020 election results. Your first term ended with a deadly riot at the Capitol, and you still have not publicly acknowledged the 2020 election results. Why should Americans put you back in the White House?
Because we did fantastically. We got 12 million more votes than we had in, as you know, in 2016. I actually say we did far better in that election. Got the most that anybody's ever gotten as a sitting president of the United States. I think that when you look at that result and when you look at what happened during that election, unless you're a very stupid person, you see what happens. A lot of the people in this audience, and maybe a couple that don't, but most people understand what happened. That was a rigged election, and it's a shame that we had to go through it. It's very bad for our country. All over the world, they looked at it, and they saw exactly what everyone else saw. You look, even if you just look recently with the 51 intelligence agents, that made a 16-point difference If you look at the
Mr.
FBI,
President,
if you look at the FBI, and,
They told her don't let her ramble.
Twitter, they call it Twitter files. Made a big difference. If you look at
Mr. President, back to what you just said there, though, it was not a rigged election. It was not a stolen election. You and your supporters lost more than 60 court cases on the election. It's been nearly 2.5 years. Can you publicly acknowledge that you did lose the 2020 election?
Let me just go on. If you look at True the Vote, they found millions of votes on camera, on government cameras, where
you could end this
they
now.
were
You could
stuffing
just
ballot
finish watching it.
boxes. So
Don't put them through
I think
this.
it's a shame
Don't
that
put our
what
people through
happened.
this.
I think it's a very sad thing for our country. I think it's a very sad thing, frankly, for the world, because if you look at what's gone to our country has gone to hell. Our borders are bad.
All right, he's gonna ramble the whole time,
and it's all gonna make him look good in this.
All right, y'all. So we get ready to go watch, finish watching Trump.
BS's way.
Wendy says they need to report them to the Department of Human Services. That couple.
Yeah.
If High Evolutionary and Budgie says if High Evolutionary and Guardians of the Galaxy was trying to make an ideal world, why would he recreate New York City and inhabit it with animal people? Exactly.
Thank you. And they even asked him.
And New York City.
And still.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Don't forget to get our book, 100 Family Friendly Jokes. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Always believe. We'll talk about Guardians of the Galaxy tomorrow and Trump. And then what else are we talking about? I forgot. Those other ones on there. Wendy says he looks awful.
Trump. He always looks awful.
So y'all watch that and bring us what y'all want to talk about tomorrow with the Trump thing.
Okay.
All right. And that was another Woods Report. See you later.